Listeners, Paradise presents My Heart Leaps Up by William Wordsworth. I'll read the poem now. My heart leaps up when I behold a rainbow in the sky. So was it when my life began. So is it now I am a man. So be it when I shall grow old or let me die. The child is father of the man, and I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural piety. The important words that are there in the poem are leaps, that means to jump, behold, it means to see, bound means attached to, tied up to each other, piety means devotion, holiness. The themes in the poem which we will discuss are the importance of childhood wonder, the natural beauty, and nature as an inspiration for living. I will discuss the poetic devices as I go through the poem, and towards the end give you a list of poetic devices. Now let's begin with the poem. My heart leaps up. The very first line begins in the present tense. My heart leaps up describes the pure joy the speaker feels upon seeing a rainbow in the sky. The poet tells us how a person experiences a powerful sense of awe and enthusiasm and wonder about nature and the world around him. The poet says that when he first saw the rainbow for the first time as a child, the thrill that he felt is still a part of him, the same intense feeling as it was at the time when he was a child and he had first seen it. Now he believes it will remain with him as he grows old and wishes that he will have the same intensity of the feeling. Else, he makes a hyperbolic statement. He says, else or let me die. That is, if he does not have this sense of enthusiasm in his growing years, aging, then it is akin to death. It is like death. Here in the poem, Wordsworth highlights the importance of carrying that childlike enthusiasm all throughout life. He stresses that the natural elements around us makes us feel the happiness and the joy of living happily on this earth. The poet does not want to become lost to the power of nature over time, but he wants to maintain the childlike thrill and that enthusiasm for the natural world. He claims he would die without it, suggesting that to lose enthusiasm for it, for the natural world, is to lose what makes life worth living. The rainbow makes the poet feel connected not only to nature but also to his past life, to his past existence. There is a sense of continuity from childhood to adulthood and a hope for a happy old age when in future tense, in the lines 3 to 5, he uses anaphora, the poetic device, where he repeats the word so. So was it when my life began, so is it now I am a man. So be it when I shall grow old. All the tenses are there. The present tense, the past tense he began, so was it when my life began. Present tense, so is it now I am a man. And the future, so be it when I shall grow old. So the poet suggests that the childhood feelings, the childhood learning that people get, they acquire, leads him to appreciate the simple world of nature, the wonders of nature. Adulthood has many things to gain, like knowledge, experiences, etc. But the skills that children have are closer to nature. They do not regulate their reactions. They are not artificial. It is the child's innocence, the religious enthusiasm for nature, which is but natural piety, as he tells us later. He says, the child is the father of the man, and I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural piety. That nature has that beautiful childlike holiness, which is again which is similar to a divine godlike experience. The poem expresses the importance of childhood, which makes the poet, the man he becomes, beautifully expressed by the words, the child is the father of the man. It is a paradox. It is an inversion of the idea that an adult man is the father of the child. But here Wordsworth says the child is the father of the man because the child carries on those beautiful thoughts, impressions which he acquires in his innocent growing up period as a child and keeps with him in his adulthood and his later years. It clearly shows how the Romanticism shook the way people viewed themselves. The emphasis is on the human being, the need to live in harmony with nature, which helps us subsist, the life force which makes way for a natural sense of religious devotion, which ennobles the human mind. It is a beautiful way in which he says, bound each to each. I could wish my days to be bound each to each by natural piety. Every day linked with the other day would be linked with natural piety. That is a deep sense of devotion for nature, the life force which sustains life on earth. Now, coming to the literary devices, we have seen the use of synecdoche and personification. My heart leaps up when I behold. There is the use of anaphora, which I explained to you in from lines 3 to 5 with the word so, which is repeated and highlights the tenses, the present, the past, and the future. There is a use of hyperbole in the words oh or let me die. It's hyperbolic because life, in spite of not having an enthusiasm, many people do live on. But for a poet, just mere living is not existence. The thrill, the enthusiasm for life itself, for nature around us, for the experiences of everyday living that makes life beautiful, makes more sense. Else, vegetative life is mere death. Then there is the use of metaphor. My heart leaps up it represents joy. The joy of seeing something, the awe, the wonder, that beautiful feeling of what is this, and trying to explain the natural phenomena around us as if it's some magic world. Then the words, the child is the father of man. That's also metaphoric. The child, and then next, bound by natural piety, which again is a metaphor because it refers to the love of nature, which is something very beautiful, helps subsist life. There are allusions, also suggestions about it. You can say when you talk about the rainbow, the beautiful seven colors that come up, and how it lifts you up. Your thoughts go up. You are in a beautiful world, transported in some transcendental beauty of life. The tone of the poem is pure delight. There is joy, pure joy on seeing the rainbow, the awe of the world, the natural world around us. The joy prompts this poet to reflect on the passing time, on how time passes from childhood to the process of aging. Then the poem, which is just a small 9-line poem, has a tercet stanza form, a 3-lined sentence scheme, line scheme it is, and it is an iambic tetrameter, you can say, where we have A B C, C A B, C D D. That's the way it is. Thank you. Thank you.